For starters, we take the negative cable off the battery so that we can let the airbag capacitors discharge, because we certainly don't want them deploying. Now, we've had the battery unplugged now for almost 10 minutes, and most of the forward instructions that I've come across say to leave it disconnected for at least 3 to 10 minutes in order for the airbag to completely discharge. So I think we're safe. Well, I believe we can get started here. The tools we're going to need to remove the airbag are a small little prying tool to remove the little covers for the bolts, and a 5/16 or 8mm socket to loosen and remove the bolts. So like I said, we start here by removing this little cover. We'll get our little pick here in behind it and try to pry it out without making too many, and there we go, we pried it out. Without making too many hickeys and boo-boos. And then we take our 8mm 5/16, put it on there, and we remove the bolt. And we'll repeat that procedure on the other side. Ooh, we got it out with no hickeys or boo-boos. And now that we've removed the bolts, it should be a simple procedure of pulling this away. There's a little electrical here. You depress the little detent you press down on, and it pulls loose. And we'll set this back into the bed for safety. Now we've got our switches exposed to where we can get to the wiring. We're going to do that next. Now in my particular scenario, I'm only replacing these switches because they've lost their backlighting. The bulbs apparently have blown. Plus on the on-off here, we've got a bit of a tear in the cover. And when it's cold, the switches are very, very stiff. And so the new ones are much more pliable. Now since they work, actually, there's no need really to replace the wiring. And as you can see, this wiring that connects to the switch winds its way up and around up inside there over to the other switch. And of course then it plugs in right here to the slip ring, transfers those signals in and out through the steering column. So since our wiring is working, we're just going to disconnect the wiring from the switches rather than trying to install all the new wiring up into the column here. Now we'll save the new wiring that came with these switches just in case at some later date our wiring does go south. But we're going to remove these Phillips screws here. And of course this top one here has the ground. We want to make sure we put that back into place. And there we go. That's the on-off part removed. And like I said, it looks like our wiring is in pretty good shape, so we'll leave that intact. Now this one I haven't disconnected yet. So we'll take the screws out and we'll show you what we're talking about as far as getting that unclipped, hopefully without tearing it up. Now, get this out here where we can see it. And right here on the back side is where, in this one, we can get this little screwdriver in behind there, and then we can release that clip. We should be able to pull that out. Well, we've got half of it released. Let's get the other half released here. Come on, you. You know you want to come out there. There we go. Might not have been the prettiest thing in the world, but we got it out. Oh yeah. I'm gonna wear them out before I put them in. So first off, we want to reconnect our wires here. Well, now let's see if we can get this line back up, or we can put our screws in it. Click. Click. All right. Now, I think in this scenario, we'll go ahead and so we can line this up. Oh, that had a nice satisfactory pop. It looks like it's in place without anything untoward happening to it. Yeah, no stress, no tension. That's the way I like it. Looks like we're going to install the final screw. Always has to be one. Click. Click. Oh yeah, that's just the way it's supposed to be. Very nice. Now we'll put our airbag back in, bolt it back up, connect the battery cable. We'll see if we got lights behind here. Here's this connector, a little bit better view of it. As you can see, it has this little tang right here that you push down on to release it out of the other part, out of the female part. And we'll put that back in there and click. Now we want to make sure our wire doesn't get hung up on something. That should just fit home like that, and that's also our horn. And we will make sure we get good freedom of movement and travel. Looks like we have. Get us a bolt here. Put it up here in the side. Click. We'll get this other one started over here. There we go. Click. Click. We'll take our covers right here and pop them back into place. Like so. Kind of doing this one blind over here. Now we'll go reconnect the battery cable and see if the airbag deploys. Y'all stand by. Oh, we got lights. Let me turn these other lights out and we'll see if you can see them. There. We got backlit switches. Isn't that nice? That's the way it's supposed to look. Here, I'll turn them off for you so you can see the difference. Oh yeah.